They got their name Blackfoot from the color of the moccasins that they wore. However, it's not their clothes, but their actions that gave this Osage offensive line its name. So Shipman has moved from the field to the stands, but now he's in the press box. Why?
So Texas is kind of a big deal. You may have heard that they have their own television network. It's also the only team in the Big 12 Gary Pinkel's Tigers have not beaten. I'm here with Ty Green, who's a senior offensive guard and defensive tackle for Boonville. Now, what do you think about the season so far, Ty? Some good football should be coming to the Edward Jones Dome shortly. I'm not talking about Rams. I'm talking about when teams score off for the high school football state finals. DGB, a big guy from a big family. His parents were here, and he had 9 brothers and sisters all here to support. Well, for those who still can't bear the thought of Albert Pujols no longer being a Cardinal, then look away right now. The first baseman finally spoke today about his move out to the warmer weather in Los Angeles. You couldn't have said it any better. A huge win with everything that's gone on, with Coach Gary Pinkel getting arrested. You had to wonder how would the team respond? Missouri's first game of March Madness will be on Friday against number 15 Norfolk State. Now, if the Tigers progress far enough, they could come across number 1 Michigan State in the Elite Eight. Odd fact between those two teams, they're the only 2 out of the top 8 seeds overall to win their conference tournaments. In Columbia, Brad Galbreath, KOMU 8 Sports. Dylan Fork's job is to get the crowd pumped up.
I kind of get the cheers going, tell them what cheers we're going to be doing next.
In the stands, he becomes a different person than he is at home.
It's fun to watch him, and I think it's just, watching his excitement and some of the crazy things he does, jumping around. He's really kind of quiet at home.
But Dylan knows what the players need to hear. He was one of them. Fork played football his freshman year, but then his career was cut short. He suffered a stress fracture in his back while playing basketball, causing him to miss his entire sophomore year.
I was planning on playing my junior year. It started bothering me again. So then last November, I had back surgery, so I just decided not to play this year.
A difficult transition to make.
It was pretty tough at first, especially because a lot of these football players are like some of my best friends, and can't really play with them, so it felt kind of like I was letting them down.
But what he can't do on the field, he makes up for from the stands.
I think this is an extension of Dylan being on the field. Even when he was injured and couldn't be on the field but was dressing out, he was out there trying to pump up the guys.
Supporting his teammates, his friends.
He's a great kid, and he shows a tremendous amount of sport. These kids out here are his friends, and he wants to make sure that they're getting the best that they can from him.
And wearing the F for Falcons on his chest rather than on a jersey. Brad Galbraith, KOMU 8 Sports, Jefferson City.
I will be continuing on my education this fall at
The decision lasted 1 sentence, but the process was a bit more complicated for DGB and his family.
It was wild. A lot of people calling, texting, "Where's he going?" And I had to tell them I have no idea. It was crazy.
At 18 years old, Dorial Green Beckham had to make one of the biggest decisions of his life.
The scope of it just got crazy. So many people seem to have, watching every move you make, every word he says. It's too much for an 18-year-old kid.
DGB, a big guy from a big family. His parents were here, and he had 9 brothers and sisters all here to support him.
to have my family here, stand behind me, has been big on me to be able to trust all the people that's been behind me, that followed me from day one, for being able to set my dreams and my goals for next fall.
DGB told his family of his decision on Monday night.
Yeah, we just said, yeah, sleep on it, see how you feel about it tomorrow. And then, last night, I told the rest of the family, felt real good about it. He never wavered, never doubted.
I've been really proud of how he handled it. He's handled it really maturely.
But at the end of the day, he's no different than anyone else.
It's like everybody sees him as a rock star, but when he's at home, we see him as our regular brother.
Brad Galbreath, KOMU 8 Sports, Springfield.